A video that isn't about the monkeys? Who would have seen that coming?
Warning: the following show features stunts performed either by professionals or under the supervision of professionals. Accordingly, MTV and the producers must insist that no one attempt to recreate or reenact any stunt or activity performed on this show.
Looking back, it's amazing that Jackass was able to make the impact that it did. From October 2000s until February of 2002, MTV aired the Johnny Knoxville-led series and then drew in ratings records on Sunday nights. Sorry, I had to pause there. I'm reading from the TV thingy. The show couldn't last too long, but its legacy has certainly grown far beyond the half-hour series that introduced the general population to names like Steve-O, Bam Margera, Ryan Dunn, Wee Man, Chris Pontius, and more, all led by Knoxville and his role as the modern Evel Knievel. They followed the series with a trio of movies, including a rumored okay, that already happened. But the cast didn't stop at the box office. Jackass has spawned a number of spin-offs on television over the years. None have captured the spirit of the original show or its CKY predecessor, but they did offer fans a different look at the names they'd come to know from the stunts and sketches of the television series. And so, in today's video, we're going to be going over the Jackass spin-offs, but in the next video, we're going to be going over the Viva La Bam spin-offs. Viva La Bam will be mentioned in this video, I think, but anything else from Viva La Bam will not be mentioned in this video, only in the next video. Alright, right off the bat, before I talk about Viva La Bam, I'm also going to be mentioning Viva La Spring Break. And again, Bam's Unholy Union isn't going to be in this video, but it's going to be mentioned, so let's just get that out of the way. Bam Margera and the CKY crew were doing crazy stunts on video shortly before Jackass became a thing. Some of their footage actually made into the early episodes before they came on board officially. So, with that in mind, it isn't really a surprise that Bam was the first one to get a spin-off with his friends, and that featured a more reality TV focus with their crazy antics and tossed in for good measure. Bam's daily life, his relationship with his parents and his uncle Don Vito, and a bevy of guest stars highlight the 40 episodes of mostly scripted television. Not getting into that in this video, but basically, after Viva La Bam ended with only 5 seasons, they would go on to have a special, TV special called Viva La Spring Break. Spring Break was like a MTV thing, so of course Bam Margera got his own thing. Viva La Spring Break came out in 2006, so editing Amy will show you a timeline that Viva La Bam came out, had 5 seasons, and then Viva La Spring Break came out, had, the special, and then Bam's Unholy Union would come out a year later in 2007, so I hope that was made, clear. And before we get to Wild Boys, yes, Bam's Unholy Union is technically like, Till Death Do Us Part, Carmen and Dave, which was also filmed on MTV, and I never made that comparison in a video I made a long time ago where I was talking about how Courtney and Travis's wedding gave me Carmen and Dave vibes, but I would say yes, let's throw that in the pot of filmed weddings, because this is definitely the first one, although I don't remember when Till Death Do Us Part, Carmen and Dave came out, but I would assume... No, wait, actually, Till Death Do Us Part, Carmen and Dave came out before Bam's Unholy Union. So Bam's Unholy Union was the second, thing to be in that pot of mine or whatever. So let's just get into Wild Boys. So while Viva La Bam was airing on MTV, and I'm assuming some reruns of Jackass were airing on TV, Steve-O and Chris Pontius made their own spin-off show called Wild Boys. It was their wildlife show that they made with this guy named Manny, who was also part of Jackass and stuff like that. So the series likely bumped up the danger aspect presented in Jackass by having the boys interact with actual wild animals. This includes them dressing up like fake zebras in a lion's den, getting purposely stung by an emperor scorpion, swimming with a great white while dressed as a seal, and taking part in the bullet ant ceremony that left both men in agony. It lasted 32 episodes, but I didn't know this, by the way, and it reportedly ended due to the death of Steve Irwin, though Steve attributed the end of the show turning back into Jackass in his memoir. So that could be 2 reasons why the show ended. 1, it was basically becoming Jackass again, and 2, Steve Irwin died, which, rest in peace, Steve Irwin. We miss you, bro. Your son was in Bluey. Do you know? Have you seen Bluey? Do you know about Bluey? He probably watches Bluey up in heaven. I'm assuming he must have watched it. This is Robert Irwin in Bluey. I thought y'all should know that too. Some nice little details. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Editing Amy coming in here to say that I am not mentioning Bad Grandpa. That's a spin-off movie. Okay? And yes, I know Bad Grandpa was in Jackass. Like, he was in, some episodes. He was even in the movie. But, no. Bad Grandpa never got, like, a TV show where he's, like, fucking around and stuff like that. So, there's that. And the next part you're seeing is actually the last part, because this is actually a very short video if you really think about it, because I took out all of the Bam Margera spinoffs out of this video. Like, the next thing on this list is actually Homewrecker, which is Ryan Dunn's spinoff, but I didn't want to list that in this video because I want to list it in the Bam video instead. So I thought I should make that obvious. Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Would you want Steve-O as your doctor? Oh, did you say no? Too bad, because this show exists. That's right. This was a late night reality show where Steve-O and two other people, I don't care about these people, they worked together to help wussies turn into real men by putting them through a series of challenges to over a fear. The trio would go to a subject's home after they sent in a video outlining their fear. Steve-O would then follow a checklist, giving the wuss a chance to give up if they were too embarrassed by the task in front of them. These fears included public speaking, heights, being overweight, stranger danger, and many more. Some of those sound, tiny. You know what? They were. But this is very different from the other spin-offs of Jackass. And this was not on MTV. I know, very shocking. But also, it only lasted 7 episodes and aired on USA Ed Network, sitting in the post-WWE Morning Night Raw spot. So, yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. We've come to the end of the video. I know, so sad, but there'll be a part 2 technically where we talk about the Viva La Bam spin-offs, because in this article that I read, it mentioned some that I didn't want to put in this video because I wanted to talk more about that in a different video. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And you know what? Tell me who your favorite Jackass member is. And you know what? Even explain it. Do it. I don't know. Go ahead and do it. A long time ago, I was thinking about going over their careers, like each, members' acting careers, but it's kind of hard to do that for some of them. It's not very hard to do it for Johnny Knoxville, although I want to talk about the fact that he was in a porno. He wanted to be an actor. That's what happens. That's what happens. You want to be an actor? Become an actor. You want to fucking be an actor? You gotta go and